Arizona may be an attractive destination for its spring training games, low tax rates, expansive golf courses, and snowless winters, but the scorching summer temperatures likely aren't part of the draw. Phoenix is the sixth hottest city in the world. In recent years, the region's warming climate has measurably harmed residents' health and quality of life. To keep Arizona habitable, something needs to change. Over the past decade, more than 1,000 people have died from heat-related causes in Maricopa County. Children, low-income individuals, the elderly, and persons experiencing homelessness are disproportionately vulnerable. Although we can't single-handedly stop climate change, we can make a switch in our everyday behaviors to tackle these three heat-related effects to make this desert a better and safer place to live. This framework will provide you, as a resident, employer, or other stakeholder in Arizona, with ways to rationalize, motivate, and simplify the path to implementing change. Air quality in the Phoenix metro is among the worst in the nation, a fact that is exacerbated by the heat. Pollution is made more efficiently in sunny, hot weather, and rising temperatures increase the formation of ground-level ozone. While humidity can help decrease pollution, the Arizona climate features a very dry heat, devoid of this benefit. In addition, exposure to smog can aggravate asthma, lead to lung disease, and diminish the body's ability to fight infection. 2.8 million Arizonans commute to work daily, and 78% of them drive alone. Given that the Phoenix metropolitan covers nearly 15,000 square miles, the resulting traffic jams not only waste our time and our gas, but also contribute to the harmful emissions that pollute our air. The solution can be found in one of the few bright spots of the COVID-19 pandemic: working remotely. Not only does Zooming from home save on time, stress, and money from a non-existent commute, but it also provides employees with greater flexibility in juggling work with life priorities, boosts productivity, and saves your company on costs. In addition, staying indoors keeps you cool and comfortable, while you also help to reduce carbon emissions over the long run. Since the onset of the pandemic, the percentage of U.S. employees who worked from home 5 days a week nearly tripled. What's more, nearly 2/3 of those who have been working remotely would like to continue doing so. 2020 has demonstrated to organizations that were previously resistant to the idea of teleworking that their fears are unfounded. As a result, businesses should move to make remote working a more permanent change and available to employees at least some of the time. Urban heat islands, or metropolitan areas that are significantly warmer than its surroundings, are caused by infrastructure like buildings and roads absorbing and re-emitting heat. Phoenix, for example, gets up to 21 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than nearby rural areas. The high temperatures increase demand for air conditioning and other cooling technologies, which require additional power plant emissions. This creates a positive heat-trapping feedback cycle. The heat island effect can be mitigated by increasing urban tree canopy. The greenery helps to lower temperatures by absorbing carbon emissions and providing shade. But not all trees are created equal. The ubiquitous palm tree, for example, provides little shade, requires large amounts of water, and emits more pollution than it absorbs. In fact, most palms are not even native to Arizona. They were simply brought here by immigrants to the state. As the urban tale goes, this iconic spot on Arizona State University's Tempe campus, now known as Palm Walk, came about when the college president's wife, an immigrant to Arizona, was homesick for her native California. The president then ordered the planting of palm trees to remind her of home. Despite the sentimental story, today these palms just don't provide significant shade. Arizonans are an adaptable people, and it's time for us to pick a new favorite plant, particularly one that can reduce, not contribute to, the heat island effect, and that can help make Arizona a livable home for future generations. Even in the desert, there are quite a few options when it comes to shade trees. The velvet mesquite, palo brea, and the desert willow are all native to Arizona. In addition, the palo verde, pictured on the far right, was designated the official state tree in 1954. Let's showcase our Arizona pride by spreading our love for this unique green-colored tree. Despite being desert dwellers, even Arizonans need water. Unfortunately, climate change and rising temperatures will only continue to deplete Colorado River water supplies, which threatens the state's growth and survival. Lowering overall water consumption and conservation of this precious resource requires individual sacrifice. One impactful action can take place in your own front yard. Since the 19th century, white Americans moving to Arizona have sought a way to outwardly reflect their Anglo roots and distinguish themselves from the Mexican communities already present. The water-intensive landscaping common in the Midwest or East Coast, however, is sorely out of place here in the Valley. Since the late 1980s, over 10,000 households, homeowner associations, and businesses have replaced 370 acres of turf with the much more sustainable xeriscapes, and only 15% of Phoenix residents landscape with turf today. These figures highlight the current cultural shift in the valley. Given the public nature of residential greenery, converting your yard from turf to xeriscape is just a smart way to fit in with your neighbors before you become a social pariah for refusing to support water conservation. With the switch to permanent telework, shade trees, and xeriscaped yards, we can help make sure that Arizona stays livable.